YouTube, what is going on, man? It is your boy Sneakerheadpat coming to you with my top 5 W's. I did a video not too long about my top 5 L's, so it's only right I do my top 5 W's. I had a lot of L's, but I feel like I had a lot of W's too. Some of the shoes on this list are going to be W's because I was able to get it for retail, and others are just going to be W's just because I found a good ass deal on it. So yeah, man, let's get into that list. Number 5 on the list, one of my favorite shoes of all time, the Great 5. I want to say this came out in 2013, but I found this for $105 dead stock, which that's a good ass deal, man. Even though this release had the stiff cardboard leather, $105 for a dead stock shoe is, you can't beat that, man. The Grapes are one of a lot of people's favorite 5. They're definitely one of my favorite 5s. So $105, that was a definite steal for me. I did wear them a few times, but yeah, man, dope shoe, $105. Tell me that ain't no steal, man. Tell me that's not a steal. Number 5, Great 5. Number 4 on the list, this was a delayed W for real. The Deep Royal 12. Man, I love this 12, man. This quality on here is smooth, man. This is a smooth ass shoe, man. It's a dope ass shoe. Retail for $190. I actually bought it for retail for $190, but I ended up getting a hookup later. Had a homie hook me up for the low, so I ended up getting these for $140 dead stock, and then I took my pair that I paid retail back, and I kept the pair I got for $140. These didn't sit. These definitely sold out, so it's not like I could have got a discount on them from any retailer. So the homie came through and gave me a discount, so it was definitely a steal for me. I don't know, man, maybe it's me, but I like all blue shoes more than the all red look. I feel like it just looks a lot better, man. Even like those blue suede 5s, I feel like they're gonna be a little better than the red suede 5s. I don't know, man, that's just me. But number 4, Deep Royal 12s. Number 3 on the list, we have the Band 1s. Now y'all know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I took stupid L's on this one. So I actually paid resale for a lot of these, but I did manage to come up with one for a stupid steal after the fact, after I'd already bought like 3 pairs already. Somebody did hook me up for retail. The same homie that hooked me up with the Deep Royal 12s for the low. It's good to know somebody, man. I don't get a lot of hookups, but he definitely came through for me, man. A lot of times, man, it's good to know somebody. It's good to do favors for people, and people will return the favor for you. I'm always willing to hook people up. Sometimes I can't always do that, but I try to as much as I can, man. But yeah, man, number 3, the Band 1s for retail, and this was a couple months after they actually sold out and they were reselling for a lot. Number 2 on the list, we have Yeezy 350 Boost Turtle Dove colorway. This is definitely one of my major W's, just because this is the most limited shoe I've ever won. I don't typically win exclusive raffles, so to win this and get it for retail at that, it was a major W, man. Even though I'm probably gonna use this for trade bait, I was lucky as hell to get this. I didn't even realize how lucky I was until I showed up to buy it. I won a raffle at DTLR, and when I showed up, there were like 60 people outside, and then when they showed up, they said everybody with a raffle ticket line up to the right. I lined up at the right, and it was like 8 of us lined up. The other 50 people were just standing around looking silly. I was like, oh shit, none of these people won. They were just there to hoping that somebody didn't pick up their pair. So I got in there, realized that that store only had 8 pair, and there was only one other store in Charlotte that got the Yeezys, and they only got a few pair also. I feel like as a sneakerhead, we're all due for a big win, and this was mine. I feel like I'm due for another one because I've taken stupid L's ever since. It's a numbers game, man. You do as many raffles as you can, and you'll eventually hit, man. You'll eventually luck up. So number 2, the Yeezy 350 Boost for retail. Number 1 on the list, another favorite of mine, the Concord 11s. I put this one on the list because this is actually the hardest release I've ever had to deal with, man. You know, even if I say the Turtle Doves were way more limited, so technically the odds were definitely better on this one than the Turtle Doves, but in reality, for the Turtle Doves, I went and I filled out a raffle and I got a call back. So it's not like I went through any kind of anything crazy to get them. I just got lucky. But these right here, I went through everything to get these, man. The Concords this was a release that brought a lot of sneakerheads back into the game. So the release on these in 2011, man, was insane, bruh. It was riots. It was just stupid, man. I remember I worked that day, the day before. So my plans were I was gonna get off work at 9 p.m. and I was gonna go camp out. But 8 o'clock that morning, I found out people were already lined up and I was just starting my shift. So I had to rely on online or phone orders. And the Concords, that was the last year anybody did phone orders. Back then you could call in and secure it over the phone, or you could do it online, of course, or through store. So I had about 4 phones, man. I was dialing non-stop, dialing. These released at 12 a.m. East Coast time. So that night I was just calling back to back, getting busy signals, and I think I got through at like 11:58. So one of my homies' phones got through. I had like 4 phones in my lap. So I got through, put the order with the rep over the phone, and it went through successful, and I got my kicks in the mail like 5 days later, and I was the only one at my job who was able to secure a pair. Well, it was some sad faces at work that next day. And just the craziness behind it, man, this was definitely the hardest release I ever had to go through. Just because I got off work, everywhere I went, the lines were just crazy, and I realized it was over. The Concord release is what forced a lot of stores to do raffles. It was because of this shoe right here that they stopped phone orders. It's because of this shoe right here that they started doing raffles after that. It's because of this shoe right here that they completely changed the way they release shoes. Now they don't have to really do raffles anymore because Jordans are sitting, but some shoes, they just changed the way things are done, man. And this was it for me. But yeah, man, I was happy to get it. I ended up doubling up on it a little while after, and yeah, man, it's one of my favorite 11s, one of the most difficult releases I ever had to go through, and this is number 1, man. Number 1, Concord 11. This is my top 5 W's. Let me know what your top 5 W's are. Follow me on Instagram at Sneakerheadpat. Comment, like, subscribe. Hit that like button if you rock with the video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate y'all for 5K, man. I appreciate every single one of you who comment on my videos, who hit that like button. Thank you so much. Next milestone is 10K. Let's get to that 10K. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man, and I will see you next video. Peace.